just so many questions about my relationship status. Deal breaker for you in friendships. What is your emotional anchor? But also be proud of yourself. Oh my god, I grew up in Dubai. But I never took any shit from any of my teachers. Like, somebody said, do you prefer living in Toronto or Dubai? One thing about me is I'm a nostalgic person, but I'm very present to learn to inconvenience yourself. So yeah. Good morning, gang. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lara, and welcome to a day in my life. Papa is visiting, but that is not what this vlog is about. My days have been very boring because the semester has taken its turn for the worse. But I had asked on my Instagram and TikTok for you guys to ask me some questions, so I thought it could be fun if I answer a few. So I thought as I'm taking breaks, we can slowly answer them. I should have organized these before, but let's just get into it. First, what are you studying? So I am studying media, business, and professional communication. So my degree is very vast and I take a lot of interesting different classes, and sometimes they're kind of boof, but sometimes they're not. And I'm really excited to graduate with this degree and be in the creative industries this way. I think it's a very fun field to be in right now, and it may seem like trendy and stupid, but I think it's going to be fun. More matcha recipes, and please share what matcha do you use. So the matcha I use is either from Matcha. That is one of my favorite matcha powders to ever exist. I really want to try the matcha powder from HRT and from Matcha House. But the other one that I use is from Healthy Planet. They have a much cheaper matcha and it's pretty good, I would say. My matcha powders have been in my apartment for more than 4 or 5 months now. So low-key, I think I should just like stop using them because they've become kind of grey and dull. And my matcha recipe is in another video, which I'm gonna link over here once I find it. And I share my matcha recipe in almost every single video because it's just so fun and easy to make. So yeah, it's with all my tips and tricks. Next is, what are your hobbies? An exhaustive list. So I'm not very hobby heavy. When I started content creation, it was a hobby, but it's not anymore. I like reading. I read a lot of romance books and I'm trying to get into self-help, self-growth type books. I've only read one so far. I just started reading LGBTQ romances, which is new for me, like Heated Rivalry. And I just started Role Model as well. So reading is a really big one, but I don't do it as often. There was one year where I read like 60 books, but last year I barely got to 10, I think. And I think as I'm going older, that's like slowing down more and more. But I'm trying to be better and I think I will be better. I like painting. I got into it last fall. So I own the Coco Vayo book, and I have like little watercolors, and I feel very fancy. I want to get new watercolors as well. So that's a fun one. I don't do any of my hobbies as often. Then another hobby I recently started is a word search book. It scratches my brain in the most perfect way. I used to do them a lot growing up with my grandmother, and now it's just fun. Another hobby of mine is shopping, spending money, makeup. These are all hobbies. I don't think they count. What's another hobby? Cooking to a certain level is a hobby of mine. That's why I like to try new recipes, experiment, like baking and stuff. I don't do these hobbies as much, but I just, when I do them, it's fun for me. Yeah, those are my hobbies. It's not really interesting. Like, I'm like every other girl out here. But yeah, I like what I do. I think I spend my time in really fun ways. Yeah. This is just a compliment, but somebody said, "You are so cute and fun to watch." Don't I know it? Just kidding. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's how I take compliments, either in the most narcissistic way or I'm so shy that I don't know what to say. The fourth question is deal breaker for you in friendships. I have so many. One of my cousins says this thing that when the minute I see a red flag, I will cut the person off. Like, I don't play. My time is very valuable, and I don't feel like it is worth being wasted on over people who are not respectful of it. So if I am even slightly uncomfortable around some person, or I feel like I have to censor myself when I speak, we're not meant to be friends, and I'm okay with that. I don't do halfway friendships. There's no like we see each other socially and in a chill way, which I get is fun sometimes, but I'm not that kind of a person. So for me, deal breakers in friendships are disrespect, not showing up for your community, or being rude constantly. And if I'm not comfortable around you, we're not meant to be friends, and that's okay. You can't be friends with everyone. I have never ever been the kind of person who wants to please those around me, and I don't expect to be pleased either. I'm not saying that I'm in a higher position than you, but I don't like friends who are in competition with each other. I think that's what I love about my degree a lot, is because everyone is going to be doing something a little bit different than the other, and if we are in competition with one another, then I don't have friends who are not supportive of me and my dreams, because I would support you through anything. I'm not friends with people who are not honest with me. I want your true opinion because I will give my true opinion. Like, if you don't expect honesty, then we won't be friends because I will never lie to you. I'm not saying that I don't have flaws as a friend. Of course I do. I'm not like, I suck at replying. I suck at like being like chill ever. Yeah. But for me, I'm very picky about the people I keep around me, and I'm not looking for like a million friends. I'm very happy with my 3-4 friends that I do have. But a big one for me is, if you are able to inconvenience yourself, then only we'll be friends. If not, I don't think we'll be friends. Yeah, if I feel like you wouldn't show up for me, then that's a deal breaker, and I will break friendship in the first like day or two if I feel like it. If I hang out with someone, a new person, and I'm uncomfortable around them, or I feel like they don't care about listening to me and they only want to talk at me, we're not going to be friends. I need friends who are a little bit of like listeners. Like, I like a give and take in relationship. Like, sometimes I listen, sometimes you listen, but if it's all about you, I can't be friends with that. And I'm not saying that it has to be all about me either. I'm just saying it has to be a balance. So yeah, for me, deal breakers in friendships is a really big question, because I'm very picky, and I don't play. Yeah. The deal breaker for you question was really good, because I have so many. I don't play, and I think I get this from my mom. She's very keeps to herself unless she's very comfortable with the person, and that's how I am too. Yeah, there are a few questions from my TikTok story. Those are quicker to answer. High school experience in Dubai. So I went to an all girls school in Dubai. It was fun. I changed schools a lot growing up. And then my last one was where I was for 6 years, and I went to an all girls school. It was good. Like, I don't really know, because whenever people ask me like, oh, how was it growing up in Dubai, it's the same like anywhere else. It wasn't like, it didn't seem like special or different to me, because it's Dubai, it's my home, and to this day I don't see it like that differently. Like, yes, I know the perception of Dubai from the rest of the world, but I don't see Dubai as like, oh my god, I grew up in Dubai, because it's Dubai to me. That's my home, that's my city. So that's my Dubai experience. An all girls school was interesting to say the least. There's so much I could say on that. I think that's where I get my thing of selecting friendships more thoughtfully, because we were always made to compete against each other in CBSE, and we were compared a lot, and it was not a vibe. But I don't think any CBSE school is like a good vibe. I was pretty decent in school. Like, I wouldn't say I was the smartest kid in the room, but I was like an average student. I was a drama starter. So I want to talk about this in a short form, get ready with me. But somebody posted like weird things that happened in their school. But for me, one thing was that I never took any shit from any of my teachers. Like, if I thought that the teacher was talking to me in a rude way, or if I felt like they were being unfair, I always called them out on it. One thing about me and my high school teachers is that they kept me humble, but I double humbled them back. I don't play about like being respected, and I think that comes a lot from my upbringing. My parents were not very like disrespectful when they raised us. Like, I don't know, like they were kind. Like they were strict and they had their rules, but I never felt like I didn't have value. And if my teachers made me feel like I didn't have value, I felt safe enough that I could stand up and be like, shut up. Not shut up, obviously, like with respect. So I'm not saying that like fight your teachers, but I'm saying that if you feel like there's an injustice, don't be afraid to bring it up. Like, I once had a teacher who told me that I wouldn't pass my 10th grade board exams, so I went and complained about her. I had a bus conductor, which is someone who just like takes care of the kids in the bus, tell people not to be friends with me, so I complained about her. I had a teacher once who, I've had a lot of issues with my teachers. Like, I had teachers who would like harass me, not in like a weird way, but like there was one of my teachers, she would like call me up every single day to ask if I studied, and it was like a very awkward situation. So that one my mom had to get involved, I fear. But in most situations, like my parents taught me how to handle myself, so I was like not afraid, because at the end of the day, when you go to school, the teacher's job is to teach you something of value and teach you, because school is where you learn who you are as a person. And I was never afraid. Like, if we had like class monitors, which was a student assigned to take care of the class when there was no teacher, if I felt like the class monitor was not being fair, I would complain to the teacher. One thing about me is that I was not afraid. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been very like curious, but also I've also been very questioning. Like, if it doesn't make sense to me, I will ask it again and again and again and again. So that was my high school experience. Like, I think a lot of people think that I might come off as rude. Even when my friends from school say the same thing, that they were like, this kid used to like question the teacher for everything. I would never ever say that. Your parents are paying money for this school, like make full use of it. Like, schools are expensive, education is expensive. Like, you're sitting in that class for like 8 hours a day. Ask your questions. As stupid as they seem, that's literally what the teachers are there for. So that was my high school experience. And I also feel like when you're saying high school experience, like schools in Dubai are not really divided like that. So I was in the same school from 6th to 12th grade. But yeah, I think I come off as a problematic student, but I was not problematic. I just had a lot of questions, which in CBSE or Indian schools seems as problematic. But don't be afraid, literally. Like, I'm saying that from a point of privilege, because my parents were not the kind of parents who would take shit on me. Like, even if my mom thought I was wrong, and whenever she would come to like parent teacher meetings, she would take my side. Like, I could be like, I would say the most wrong thing in the world, and my mom would be like, why did she say this to you? What did you say to her that she decided to say this? So my mom was very like protective of me and my sister in front of other people, but in at home she would be like, Lara, what did you say? Like, are you stupid? So yeah, how to get glass skin? If you know, you should tell me too, because I don't know, guys. I have a very textured skin, and I'm very on and off with my skincare. I'm not good at what I do with skincare wise. I just know how to do my makeup really well. So, how to get glass skin is not the right question to ask me. Somebody said, what are your sources of income and financial tips? Okay. So, my sources of income is just content creation. That's how I make my money. I do brand reels. But yeah, social media is my source of income. That's about it. That's all the money I make. What other BLs are you watching? Guys, Heated Rivalry is my one and only. I really want to watch this one. The one that's not in English. Like Simon and what's his name? Oh my god. They're like high school kids or something. That's the one I want to watch. But right now, Heated Rivalry is my one and only. They were my first one. They were not my first like movie, but they were my first show, I think. And I'm really excited about it. In the spirit of me not doing any work, let's continue the Q&A. There are just so many questions about my relationship status, but I fear I will be keeping my private life very private. So there's a few questions about my 222 tattoo. Yes, she's out right now. So I just got this in the beginning of January as a New Year's little thing. I turned 18 and my mom said that if I want to start getting tattoos, I should get one tattoo a year, and that's her rule. I always get my tattoos from the same place in India. Now 222 is an angel number that means a lot to me. So there are a lot of different interpretations, but in my mind it is you are at the right place at the right time, which means having faith in the universe that what is meant for you will get to you at the time that it has to be. Guys, Papa went shopping for me. Do we want to do a haul? Wow. So first up is a restock of the Dr. Althea 147 cream. I'm very close to running out, so I thought might as well have Papa buy it while I have him. Next up is a new day moisture. This is chungus. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream. Again, I'm currently using the Anua one, but I'm running out and I don't have a new one in the bag. So I had to buy this. Hydrating Hydro Surge Dewy Face Mist. This one I want to try right now. So it can be used before or after makeup, and it can be used like anytime. Ready? I'm nervous. It has a scent, but I feel like it like so cool. I feel like I'm gonna love this in the summer because it's so cooling. And I think this is nice, especially to throw in my purse, because when me and my friends go to workout classes, we don't really come back home to like wash our faces or whatever. Oh, that looks really nice. It has given me this like sheen on my face. I think this is nice. 222 is just an angel number that I really love. It has a lot of meaning to me, especially in the past like 6 months, because it's just like shown up everywhere, wherever I go, wherever I am. Whenever I'm about to do something, the number shows up, and now I have it tattooed on me. The next one is 3 boring facts about me. Not fun facts. That's a good one. 3 boring facts about me. Everything about me is boring. Like, there's nothing fun about me. One boring fact about me is that when I was in high school, or even my whole life, I always told everyone that I'm going to be a psychologist. And I even did 1 year of psychology in university before I transferred to my current course. No regrets of transferring, but psychology was not meant for me. I have a lot of respect for people who do it, but if I had to imagine myself in that field, I was like, this is not fun. Another boring fact about me is that I can't sleep. Like, I sleep really badly or poorly, in the sense that like it takes me, like I will go days without having a restful night of sleep, which also means that I have taught myself and learned to sleep for lesser time and be able to function for longer periods of time. That's why when you watch my videos and I complain about like sleeping late, waking up early, it's not really complaining, because that's just who I am. I can do that my whole life, and then there'll be just like one magical day every few weeks where I sleep for like 12, 13 hours. Those are my dream days, but that's not happened to me in a month, I would say. So fingers crossed next weekend. And then a third boring fact about me. I'm very specific with how I do things. Like, I have very specific rules with the way I do things. Like, for example, loading the dishwasher, or the order in which I clean my apartment, or even the way I dress myself. Like, I have very serious rules. Like, nothing will happen if I don't follow the rules, but I feel really off the whole day. Another fun one is that I always wear earrings. Like, I feel very awkward when I don't have earrings on, and I feel very naked. That's a boring fact. Somebody said I should do a meet and greet. I feel like you'll have very high expectations as to who I am as a person, but that's not who I am. I'm very boring. I'm very awkward, silent. If you've ever met me in person, you know that I'm not a fun person to have a conversation with, because I'm very awkward. A lot of questions about my financial situation. How much do you spend in a month? How much do you earn? I earn enough money to keep me going. How much do I spend? A lot more than I should be. I don't really have the numbers, or yeah. I do how much I spend in a day every once in a while on my TikToks. I hope that is enough. I used to have a Keurig machine during my first year of uni, and that is what this feels like. My apartment smells so yummy. Can I take this? I have made a little bit of a mess, but look at my first espresso. It's frothy on the top. It smells good. I'm really excited. Okay, I'm gonna let this like chill for a second, then I'm gonna make an ice shaken espresso. So my dad went to the US, which is where he got me all the fun like Trader Joe's coffee, the vanilla bean. So for my notes, I got a light roast coffee. So I like the taste of this. It's not super strong and it has that nice hazelnutty undertone. It brings me back to first year. I'm not even joking. My favorite pods were these Keurig hazelnut coffee ones. So yummy. And it's really frothy. But this is fun. I like having a coffee machine. I just put flaky sea salt in it because I got the Maldon flaky sea salt. So I have a presentation tomorrow and I have an assignment due tomorrow that I'm low-key gonna email for an extension on. My presentation I'm really nervous about because I've made it a lot more personal than I did last time. So just for some context, I'm taking a presentations course and you can do a presentation on anything you want. I'm doing mine on community, the importance of community, why it matters, and all that. And I don't know, because the first one was just giving information, which I'm really good at. But now for the second one, we have to ask people to do something based on the information we provide them. So my ask is turn one flexible plan into a real one. For example, stop saying we should hang out sometime and actually make a plan. Are you free tomorrow? Make study plans, blah. So I'm excited, but I'm really nervous. I've not even learned my script yet. And I'm already in a better of position than I was last time. For my first presentation, I almost finished everything. And then at 11 o'clock at night, the night before, I was like, I hate my topic. So I had to restart my whole presentation and do it. And it was really good. I didn't get a really great grade, but my student feedback was really good. So I was really happy about that. Let's go back to the Q&A. What is your emotional anchor? My mom? Like, what is emotional anchor? Guys, my English is not that good sometimes. Let's find out. Google. Emotional anchor. Meaning. Okay. Here it says a person, an object, a memory, or action. Let me tell you. I have one of each. A person is my mom. She's everything. If I don't have her, I don't have anyone. An object is my stuffed animal on my bed. Panda. He's been with me since I was a baby. Love him down. The t-shirt that he wears is my t-shirt. I used to wear that when I was a baby. Isn't that adorable? Here's a picture of me wearing it. And here's Panda, twinning him. A memory. So this memory, I feel like my mom is going to be upset that I'm sharing it online. But I have this memory of me, my mom, my dad, and my sister. We took the bus in Dubai when we were younger. Like, we were very small, me and my sister. Because there was a brief period of time, I think for like 8 months, when me, my mom, and my sister, we had to move to India. And then we came back and we all four were living together again. And we took the bus to go to Oasis Center because my mom was starting her new job. I have no memory of the day. All I remember is the bus, and that's one of my favorite memories of my family and I don't know if this is like an emotional anchor thing, but it's just like my family is very important to me and I talk about them all the time. So of course my emotional anchor memory is them. A sadder memory that's my emotional anchor is when I was moving to Toronto in 2022 and my mom and sister and cousin and aunt came to drop me to the airport, and it was a very rough night of my life, but it always shows me the weight of what I came here to do and who I am, and how because of their support I'm who I am today. So that memory is a very big one for me. Action that provides stability. Sleeping. I don't know, honestly. Action, I don't really do anything as such. I'm a very nostalgic person, so I guess that's what it is. Yeah, for me an action might be sleeping. The next question is, how many countries have you visited? Okay, so my parents, when me and my sister were babies, I was 3 and she was 1, or even less than 1. They flew across the whole world. They've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. I've been to Paris, I've been to Singapore, Malaysia. I've been everywhere. India, my parents traveled a lot. I've been to London, the UK, Canada. In Canada, I've been to Toronto, Vancouver, Banff, Victoria Islands, Montreal. I want to say Toronto, like I've been to Kingston. Yeah, but family traveled a lot when I was younger. So me and my sister have actually seen the world, but we don't have any memories of it. We don't travel like that now. And then in India, We've been to so many places. Bombay, obviously I'm from Bombay. Goa, we've seen Kerala. I've been to Kodaikanal and what's the other one? You do Kodaikanal and something together, but I can't remember. I've been to Thailand. I went to Thailand in December, in which we went to Bangkok and Phuket. Everyone's really mad with how I pronounce it. I think that's it. There must be more, but I can't remember them all. Okay, so now the first one is how to get more views in YouTube, and I fear it's all patience. You just have to keep waiting and waiting. And I have started YouTube in 2021, I think, or 2020. No, I think 2021. And still very small. Like I have 4,000 subscribers. I'm grateful for each and every one of you, but it is a patience game. But you have to be consistent. I was not consistent, and I've noticed that now this year, since I've been more consistent, I'm growing faster. You have to do shorts, you have to do a little bit of everything. I'm trying to get more into YouTube and learn more about how I can grow. So maybe in a few months I might have more advice. Do you work apart from content creation? No, I do not. Social media is my only source of income at this time. How did brands start reaching out to you? Honestly, it's same thing. You have to be consistent on TikTok. I used to do a lot of cold emailing in the beginning, but then it never really works. I don't know what it is, but content creation is more about waiting for brands to come to you. I used to tag brands all the time. I used to do everything, and then once the agencies find you, they just find you. I don't have good advice on this, so I'm sorry. How do I get PR? It's the same thing. You either cold email or you just have patience and wait till people start reaching out to you. For me, I was just found. Like, if I'm discovered, you're just small, and then once you're discovered, brands like you and they work with you. Somebody said, honestly, this is an incomplete question, so I'm just gonna guess what the question is. Where do you look for new content, like ideas? TikTok. I am chronically online, but I'm very specific with what I do on my socials because I work too hard. I know what works, what doesn't, and I really enjoy what I do. So being creative just came really naturally to me since the beginning. I've always done creative stuff growing up, so I don't really look for new content as such. But if I come across something, I'm like, whoa, this is fun, like I will do it. It's kind of like today's video where I saw another creator do a day in my life, and then they were answering Q&A throughout the day, and I was like, that's really fun because I have the most boring day today. It could be a fun little activity. So yeah. Me how to edit videos. It's just practice. It's a lot of practice. You just keep doing it. I follow a bunch of creators who used to show like CapCut and tricks. That's how I learned a bunch of stuff. But then you just have to see what style works for you and your audience. I'm very basic with my editing, like a time, but it's very like basic, what everyone else does. For my clips on like daily life short form content, I have a rule where no video is like, every minimum length is 0.5 seconds, and then I can go up to 2, 3, 4 seconds based on like what's happening. My voiceovers I'm very strict with. I try to add the audio to what is happening in the video so it matches, unless I'm telling a completely different story. That's a whole different thing, but I make sure that matches. This new thing I've started doing is I have a little bit of an intro in the beginning of my short form now, and I feel like that's better at grabbing people's attention, so that's really good. Yeah, that's the last content creation video question. So let's see what else is there. Oh, I still have one that I've not answered. Have you ever been to Vancouver? If yes, which one do you prefer? I like Toronto a lot more. I was only in Vancouver for 3 days, so I'm not the right person to be asking if you should move to Vancouver or not. But Toronto is one of my favorite cities in the world. I know it has its flaws, it has its problems, but I love it here. I think that's one of the reasons, even my mom says this, that one of the reasons I love it. It's the place where I found my freedom. But I think it's a lot more than that. Toronto's just become my home, and somebody said, do you prefer living in Toronto or Dubai? I prefer Dubai. I get that completely. Okay. I'm gonna say something. It's gonna make a lot of people mad, but just hear me out. Okay. I love Toronto because I love my freedom. I like living in a walkable city. Dubai, love her down. She's my childhood. She's my everything. I want to settle down in Dubai for my future as well. But I can't drive. I don't have my license. I never planned to get my license. So as you can see, especially now that I'm younger and I want to like live 20s out, being in a walkable city is very, 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 very important. I will be choosing Toronto for the time being. I mean, if I get my license, then for sure I'm choosing Dubai. But as for someone who doesn't have a license, a walkable city is everything to me. Somebody said, how do you deal with homesickness if you do feel it in Toronto? I keep myself very, very busy. I was supposed to travel in March and I did not end up doing that. My cousin made fun of me. She said in my last video, I looked very upset that I couldn't travel, and I kept saying it's okay. I am upset. I let myself feel things. I cry a lot. I call my mom a lot. You can't get over homesickness. It doesn't matter. I've been here 4 years. It's not going anywhere. It is a part of who I am. I'm homesick when I'm in Dubai. I'm homesick when I'm in Toronto. I'm homesick every time. It's because my life is split into two, and I'm so lucky that I live two full lives, but neither of them have the whole me ever. And I think that that's a really sad but very true fact. So I don't feel homesick because I force myself to fully immerse myself in wherever I am and be best. One thing about me is I'm a nostalgic person, but I'm very present. I'm not very like, oh, I'm here but I'm not, and I'm there but I'm not. If I'm somewhere, I am fully present. And so homesickness, I feel it, but I also like, there's nothing much you can do about it. You call them, you say I miss you, then what? Now this is the last question that everyone asked me and I want to answer it. Popular advice slash sayings you dislike, think is misleading or poor. This is a really big question. There's so much advice I don't agree with. One thing about me is I don't really agree with anything ever. I always have questions. I always have something to say, to do. One thing I don't like what people are saying now, that the influencer market is very oversaturated. It's not. If it's your passion, anyone can do it. I talk about content creation on my YouTube a lot more openly now, which is fun, and I want other people to get into it. This is the best space to be in. You just have to be persistent, consistent, actually have patience. Another advice I dislike. Honestly, I can't think of anything right now. Such a good question, but I feel like my answer sucks. I don't agree with a lot of individualistic mindset advice where it's like, oh, don't have to be around other people, like have your own solo time a lot, prioritize your like safe, blah blah blah. That, yes, for sure. But I think that we're really discounting the importance a community has, and being around people does for you. Like, you have to learn to inconvenience yourself. My project is all about this. Like, that's your answer basically. I don't think that you need to be alone all of the damn time. Like, yes, have boundaries, but it's okay to inconvenience yourself because your friend's birthday is here. Like, oh my god, I just don't feel like it. Like, this is a boundary. Like, your friend's birthday comes once a year. Shut up, get ready, go for the party. Like, celebrate other people, don't make everything about yourself. A big one. Me and my dad fight about this all the time. You don't have to respect the elders who are not good to you. Like, yes, be a good person, be kind, and be well mannered. I'm not telling you to be rude, but I'm saying question the things that you don't agree with. Be inquisitive. Like, if you have like an aunt who's like calling you like fat all the time, or like telling you shit about yourself, question it, say something. Don't be afraid. That's my advice. Like, that's what advice I don't agree with, where it's like, oh, you have to respect all your elders and always be kind, let things go. Yeah, okay, small things go. But sometimes the big things, fight about it. If someone says something to you and you don't like it, be upset about it. I had something happen to me like last time. I was really upset because I kept my mouth shut and I really regret it. I'm like losing sleep over it. So yeah, honestly, say your piece. You know what? I get it. It's scary. I'm coming from a place of privilege. My parents are very supportive when I open my mouth and say things, but don't be rude about it. Just ask questions. If someone's like, oh, you have a comment all the time, like you are so like political, be political. We're in a weird world right now. Be political. Say whatever you need to say. Like, don't let other people stop you or make you feel insecure about things just because they're elders. If someone says something stupid, call them out on it respectfully. Like, that's what, have respect, be well mannered. Don't be rude, but say your piece. Don't always be quiet. Closed mouths don't get fed. Remember that. Another bad advice that I low-key need to start doing better is to be humble. No, like, be humble, but also be proud of yourself. We all work so hard and we all pretend and we're so silent. We're like, oh my god, like, we can't tell anybody. No, tell people what you did. I am one of the proudest people that I know. I love sharing my good news with people. I love telling people good things that are happening to me. But sometimes I'm so humble about it and I'm so like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It is a big deal. I work really damn hard. So do you. We deserve that people around us support us, cheer us on. So yeah, be hard. Also, know your worth. That's really damn important. You did that. And everything's a big deal. So yeah. My advice is, look at this video is 40 minutes long, so I might end it here. But yeah, that's my advice. And thanks so much for spending the day with me. I hope you enjoyed. It is 7:30. I have yet to make my slides and work on my second assignment of the day. But that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna watch some TV while I do it. And we're gonna talk later. Bye. Love you.